Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream this beautiful Tuesday morning slash Peg. Hey Peg. Can you hear me? Do you have your volume on? Let me know. Peg, it was so great to meet you in person. Peg from Chesapeake was just in my studio last week. It feels like 3 weeks ago. And had a lovely time. So thank you, Peg. It was so nice to meet you. And here you are. I guess it was okay because you're watching still. You're not sick of me. I'm a little sick of me. So, but yeah, we got a couple of things to do today. I have some things that I've sold or I'm going to be selling that we're going to be making today. So that is kind of the plan for today. We're just going to kind of dive right on in. Let's see. And it's not the kiln cam today because guess what? We're going to be, here, maybe you can't tell, but you'd never be sick. Peg, you're so kind. She says she would never be sick of me. There's the kiln cam is actually going to be we're going to be fusing. That's the exciting. Well, we got to saw everything out. Hopefully we'll get to the fusing part because I've got to make a hummingbird pendant. I sold that and I'm super excited because I love that pendant. And we're also going to be making a magician ring. So those are the two items we are going to work on. So let's just go right on into the workbench. Yes, yes. Oh, and I'm probably not going to do these today, but Peg, this is what I was working on. I feel a little guilty that I got all these purple. Look at these pretty purple pieces. If we run out of things to do, we could start grinding and polishing. I'm really kind of liking this little pendant. Is very sweet with these shades of purple. So, and I was like, I went all out with the purples. So perhaps we'll get to grinding and polishing them. Perhaps not. Probably not. But I'm excited about purple. So, but it's not the first thing that we're doing. Here's what we have so far. We've got our sweet little, I call him the magician, and he's going to be a ring. I've got the base of the ring here properly sized, and so I'm going to need to saw, and of course I'm going to have to trace this little shape because I forgot to print it out. You know how things are. And we're going to saw that out and fuse it and get it soldered to this ring. That's the first thing. And then we're also going to, there it is. I always print out more than I need. We're going to saw out this base, fuse it, get there's just a lot going on. And we're gonna quite literally start at the very beginning. I've got some 20 gauge fine silver sheet right here. So let's actually start because I forgot to print out this little shape. I'm gonna go ahead and I did grab a piece of tracing paper. So I'm going to just carefully trace this shape. So there we go, tracing paper. Let me get a decent pen. Actually, a pencil will be okay. And I didn't even set up, I don't think we're gonna need the microscope camera today, which is good because I did not set it up. But I'm going to just gently trace this ring. Remind me that I want to trace whatever shape I'll remind myself. And I kind of like that this shape is not a perfect oval. I kind of like, the whole point is that it is a little wonky, and that is part of the charm with this particular one. But I am going to, you know what, that's good enough. So we've got this shape, because when I saw it, it will be a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. And we don't need the rest of that. And I only need one of these to cut out. There we go. So we've got these two shapes, and I probably need some rubber cement, which is over here. I got it right here. And we're just gonna move up a little bit. I'm gonna get this one positioned first. Honestly, I meant to get into my studio and get all these things cut out so you didn't have to watch me saw them out, but then I got distracted. I'm still working on my enamel art jam piece. It is slow going. I'm not even going to show it to you today. We're just going to have to wait. It's not in a happy spot right now, but everybody else is starting to send me their beautiful pieces. So I'm holding it up to the light so I can get this down. There we go. I'm starting to get a lot of submissions for the enamel art jam, so thank you. Thank you. And if I haven't replied, I apologize. Sometimes I just throw them into the folder to be dealt with later. But I have if you've submitted it, I've gotten it, I promise you. So we've got this little thing, and let's go ahead and get this glued on. Where will this, honestly, probably right there will be good. Let's just put this right here. Wait, which is the front? Oh crap, hold on. I know it doesn't matter, but it kind of does. All right, that's the back. Oh, you know what I don't like is this. There we go. This should be good. And then I'm going to walk over to my cutter. There we go. So we got this shape and that shape. And I am going to go just momentarily. I'm going to walk this over. I really wish I had a long enough thing so I could walk across the room and share this stuff with you, but I do not, so I will be right back here. You guys can look. Enjoy staring at those while I just go do this for 1 second. Oh, I got some stuff stacked. This'll do. Oh. That'll do. There we go. All right, so I have got these ready to go. So we don't need this anymore. Let's go ahead and get our sawhorse ready to go. Let me move this out of the way. There we go. Here we go. Take a moment. just put that anywhere. Thank you. Here we go. Now, I didn't do any kind of like, I'm not sure if I'm going to get any, very many watchers today because I forgot to do a social media post saying I was live, but we'll just see if anyone shows up. There we go. We've got that. Oh, we do need to drill some holes in our pieces. I wonder if this is, that's fine. So a drill bit would be good. There we go. That'll do. Let's just... This is probably too big for that. Let me get something smaller now that I'm thinking of it. Let's get... How about this size? Something real tiny. Muffin! Hey, look what we're making, Muffin. We're making your ring. Hopefully it's all gonna work out. There we go. Let's see, these little tiny drill bits. There we go. Is it? That looks good. Now, let's just, let me get us a piece of plastic to drill into. And this. Now I have to drill a hole in each one of these areas, so I'm just going to let's see, where's a good spot? Honestly, right about here. So it might be better to do it on this. Oh yeah. Less bouncy. Put one right here. All right, so those are the holes, and then one hole in here. There we go. Let's grab some wax. Boop, boop. And, oh, let me switch my glasses, because I'm like, why does everything look funny? There we go. So let's go ahead and drill a hole. Oh, hold on. I don't want to, I've drilled a couple times in here, but I'm trying to not get into the habit of drilling into this part, because then it just gets so many holes, and then there we go. Satisfying. So I got all the holes drilled. Now we just have to choose what size saw blade we want to use. I'm probably going to do two different sizes, one for these little bits and one for these big. So I'm going to start and do the big areas. So let's go ahead and do, I think a 4/0 will be good right there. 4/0. Let me get the jewelry saw. Well, good afternoon, Margaret. Thanks for subscribing. And garbage, that goes in the garbage. We're just having a busy Tuesday. This way, this way. Wait. Yes. Have to make sure we put this blade on properly. I'm going to go ahead and start with this little guy. Thread him through. Always start with kind of your more simple shapes. Always a good way to get warmed up. Let's see. Is that good? That'll be good. You can see what's going on. Do we want to zoom in? There we go. Because we're going to be here for a while. Go. I'm going to do just a little filing while I still have something good to hold on to. Smooth that out. Let's see. Right. Don't want to smooth that out. That's good. Now we're just going to get this little edge. Oh, hold on. Oh, I also have I've got news to share, but maybe it's too early to share. Maybe I'll save it. Maybe I will. If anyone's in Ohio, you might like the news I'm going to share. How's that for a tidbit? My Ohio peeps. There we go. Let me just take you off. Oh, fine, and I definitely want to mark the front of this because I will definitely not remember. Let's mark the front. There we go. Got that little guy. I know he doesn't look like much, but he's going to be real cute at the end. And now we're going to do this piece right here. And I'm going to stick with that 4, am I doing 4/0? Yeah, I'm doing 4/0. That worked out good. I'm going to continue with that for these larger pieces of our hummingbird friend. There we go. Hold on, everybody. Let's tighten it. That's what you want to hear. There we go. Yeah, so anyway, my new, well, no, should I wait? I don't know that anyone actually is going to be, you know, it's kind of big news on my front. It looks like I might be moving. We are going to be relocating. We're moving. I've been in North Carolina for 30 years, almost exactly 30 years. But it's time to move back to Ohio to be closer to my parents who are getting a little bit decrepit. I shouldn't say that. My parents are sorry, they're decrepit. Need to go help hang out with my parents. And so we're going to be, in the next couple of months, relocating to Ohio. Winter. And you know how much I love North Carolina. That's how much I love my parents, is I'm willing to sacrifice snow-free winters. So that's going to be on the agenda. So if you're in Ohio or in the northern part of the country, you'll be happy because you'll be able to come take classes in my new studio, wherever that might be. I'm looking at different places. And if you're in southeastern United States, you might be sad because I'll be farther away. If you're interested and you want to get me before I move to Ohio and maybe take a workshop in my studio, I know I shouldn't be blabbing. I'll put up this is for everybody. Let me put up never mind, SandraMcEwen.com. You can look it up. Come visit me. I might do some extra workshops before I leave here, so email me if you want to take a workshop before I go. But the good news is I'm probably going to be looking at, different, not retail spaces, but commercial spaces. I'm going to try to get maybe a larger studio so I could do maybe slightly larger group classes. Not huge. I never really want to have more than like 6 people, but a slightly larger space in the northern Ohio area. So that's the exciting news. So definitely let me know. If you're already signed up for a workshop, don't worry about it. Nothing's changing for you. There we go. Oh, yeah. There we go. Road trip. Oh, I know, Peg. And honestly, it is just over the weekend that trust me, I would have mentioned it to you. Oh, hey, Drew, how are you? I would have mentioned to you when you were here last week, but it wasn't even on the radar. That's how fast things kind of, happen. It's funny how, you go from, we should consider this, but, and I just I'm going to miss the studio. I'd like to say I'm going to get a better studio in Ohio, but probably it's not going to be as wonderful. And my landlord, John, what a great guy. The guy that owns this building, I was talking to him this morning. He's so good. He's understanding. He's like, just keep me posted, Always better to deal with the person rather than a corporation. I've been very fortunate. And I might take my sink with me. Well, I asked him, okay, can I take my sink with me? And he's like, well, technically, any improvements you did, I'm allowed to keep. But he's like, if you really love your sink, you can take your sink with you. I mean, the sink was $1,000, so I'm probably going to take it. Angie, welcome. I liked your piece. Thank you. Did you submit it to me? Did you email me that photo? If you did, you can ignore it. And honestly, I do in the last couple of years have been missing autumn and winter a little bit. When I go visit my parents, I never really go in the cold months because I don't want to, but I'm always very super nostalgic for autumn. Kind of October, November. So, ask me again in a year if I'm nostalgic for that. So, oh yes, Angie, I love you. Yeah, but you definitely need a better picture. Sorry, I'm doing all these, I'm across the things. Angie, yes, we are going to be relocating back to Ohio to be closer to my parents because, they're getting up in years. It's not like tomorrow or anything, but by the end of the year probably will be. There's a lot of logistics that have to happen. So, but the good news is I'm really hoping to get a larger I'm going to rent a commercial space in Ohio. Hopefully a slightly larger space so I could do larger classes. So also Cleveland is maybe not the most beautiful place, but it's an international airport. So it might be easier to get to. Maybe. Guess it depends where we go. Let me get this last little bit. There's a lot of little pieces to cut out in this. my friend, I know Betty doesn't watch this. My friend Betty, I haven't told her yet. She just moved here to Wilmington, I guess maybe a year and a half ago. She's going to be mad. I'll miss her. Maybe she'll want to move to Ohio. I don't think so. Oh, I haven't even told my sisters yet. So you guys know before. My parents know because we weren't, my cousin's daughter is a real estate agent in Ohio, and we just kind of touched base with her, just to kind of scope it out. And my parents never see this side of the family. Never. And so we'd emailed her, and she's so nice, and she's like, oh yeah, I've got my kid's birthday party, but we'll touch base tomorrow. And so I always call my parents on Sunday. So this would have been Saturday morning. And so Sunday I call my mom, and I'm like, hey mom, how's it going? And she's like, oh, fine. Is there any news? And I was like, what do you mean? No, what? And she's like, we went to Ashley's birthday party. And I was like, of course you did. That was the first they had heard of it. But they're super excited. They're just so tickled. They're like, we're so excited. But yeah, they heard about it from my, I had no idea. They never go in. They do not. Because I was like, there's no way. It was just so funny. She's like, any news? And I was like, well, what kind of news? She's like, well, we went to Ashley's birthday party. So, and they're like, oh, it sounds like Sandra and Warren are moving back to Ohio. And I'm like, it was going to be a surprise. Well, we weren't going to move back and be like, surprise, we've moved here. Probably, I was planning on telling them. So, but yes. Relocating back to Ohio to be near my parents, who are, it's just, you got to do it. It's kind of been a long time. It's funny how it's like you just immediately, you think about it and you're like, it feels like the right thing to do right now. And also, we tend to move every 5 years anyway, and we're just hitting that 5-year mark in Wilmington. So cost of living's less expensive in Ohio. Beautiful summer nights, nice and cool. What else is good about Ohio? Well, I grew up there. I'm very familiar with it. So, we're going to have to go to the beach a lot. But yeah, no, nothing. I mean, we have lots to do before the actual move. So, because I don't want to miss any. I don't want to be shut down in my studio. So, I'm going to try to do it where we get a house, I rent a space, and so we'll probably, and then. So it's going to be 2 separate moves, like first the house, then the space, because I think it's important to do it right. But, so yes, not moving to Italy. Italy will be the next, we're joking, like we've always wanted to move to like Italy or Portugal or someplace really exciting like that, but no, not yet. And honestly, my biggest stressor is, our kitty, our cat's name is Bug. And Bug is, I think, 14 or 15, and he's definitely getting elderly as well. And we're already stressed out about a 10-hour car ride with poor Bug. Like, I hope this isn't going to be the thing that does him in. But I don't think Bug has ever seen snow. Well, he might have. It snows like, it didn't snow last year, but he has seen snow. I'm going to save these little pieces so I can use them as templates for my foil. There we go. Save you guys. Oh, Northern Ohio. Well, my parents live in Medina, so we're kind of looking, you know, we kind of drew a circle from where my parents live. I guess I don't really want to be more than an hour away. So, not Medina, though. I mean, we're also like, maybe not Medina, not stop by every day kind of distance, but stop by, you know, we'll have to talk about, I'm going to switch out to a smaller blade for these smaller little pieces. We'll have to have a conversation about boundaries because, you know how it is. Warren and I are used to literally no one ever stopping by. And my dad will be thrilled because there's a set of dishes he's been wanting. My parents have some beautiful dishware. And for the last couple of years, my dad has been trying to unload this dishware. And I love it. It's very gorgeous. And, you know, he talks about this dishware all the time. So I imagine that dishware is going to be pretty much on our front porch the first day that we get in. It will be all right because it's very pretty. But yes, changes are afoot. There's good. Which one should I do? I'm going to do let's do this little foot first. Get you out of the way. Put you right there. I'm super nostalgic. I was like walking around. I just love our house. I wish I could just honestly, I wish my studio and my house were TARDISes and I could just be like, you know, zoop them to a different location completely as is. That would be perfect. Oh, then I could like zoop to different locations if it were really a TARDIS and do classes anywhere in the world. Somebody should invent that. So let's get this little foot. I'm gonna do, oh, look at that. I thought that didn't seem like a very good, you know, let's do 5/0. 5/0 will be good enough. I don't know if I was backwards. So, there we go. There we go. Try again. That's why they sell these in batches of a dozen. Okay. Where'd I put my wax? It's hiding back here. All right, let's see. Oh, this one feels better. There we go. Did it fall on the floor? There it is. Look how tiny this little piece is that I just sawed out. There we go. Yeah, 30 years in North Carolina. It's funny because whenever anyone asked where I was from, I'd say, you know, North Carolina, but I'd be thinking, well, you know, really I'm from Ohio. There we go, this little, let's get this. Right on the floor, that's all right. There we go. And now we just have these little tiny, we'll start in the middle actually. It's actually been a while since I did a lot of sewing. It feels nice. Yeah. Get this piece of paper out of the way. Going a little short. I want a little bit more, a thicker wall right there, so. Let me put that right there. We can use the blade as kind of a file to straighten that. That's good. Yes. It did. Drew says you were helping me. You know, that was, I think it's a good blade too. Sometimes you start with the blade and you know you don't like the blade, but you continue with it because you're like, well, it seems wasteful not to use a blade. There we go. Just 4 more, and then the exterior. And then we'll be fusing up a storm. There we go. I want to go, I wish I'd put these towards the bottom. I don't like, oh, sorry, hit that. You have to be real careful. You don't want to accidentally cut through this little wall. It's very slender. There we go. That's good. 3 more. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Let's see what's next. Let's start right here. I don't know why I'm whispering. These little tail feathers. There we go. Two more. 2 more. Oh, did I save that other blade? So I'm going to go back to it for the exterior. Oh, hold on, I gotta get a little bit more. You know, this entire design would be a good candidate for laser cutting. Certainly would save some time. There we go. Let me clean up this edge here. I'm gonna open it up just a little bit. That's good. One more. Then I will relax. Not relax, but I will rest easy. This one's very narrow. All right, let's do it. good. Now we're going to do the exterior, but I'm going to switch sizes because this is hard to control on kind of bigger swoops. Oh, is this it? Great, I did see. And now, you know what? I'm going to get a fresh one just for the sake of... Did I do a 4/0? Yeah, good enough. Be fine. All right, now we'll just get... We are in the home stretch. A little wax. A little comfortable here. Where shall we start? You know what? I'm going to start right here. Oh, I don't like... See? Feel how chattery that one is? I don't like it. You know what? This is what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, but I don't like that blade. And I could have made it work. I'm not going to. Get a different one. We're going to have to open one. A fresh bundle. Let's see if I can pull you out. I can never get these little guys. Hold on. Give it to me. There we go. We go. Grab one of these. Which one looks good? This one does. Okay, but these were 4/0. Goodness, what kind of a day is it? It's a good day. Oh, ugh, what a day. I said it was a good day, remember? Let me fool around a little bit. Come on. I think I need to adjust my... Oh, did you see that? You know, I was thinking that this particular saw frame was getting a bit janky. It's so simple. I mean, how hard can it be? Let's try another one. We're just going to go through every single saw blade for no reason, just because. Because if I weren't live, I guarantee you this would have been like sawed out like an hour ago. Not an hour ago. Would have had no trouble. But, alrighty. You know, I'm going to have to go to my... I have a bunch of saws. You know, none of them are really expensive. But maybe I need to go into my saw drawer and pick out a different favorite. That's a threat little saw. Sawhorse. You've been my favorite for too long, perhaps. That sounds nice. Alrighty. Let's make this work. Where was I starting? Right there. This is a good one. Just a touch more. So much fooling around. I regret doing that now. Is what it is. I wonder if I should go the other way, you know? Let's just see. Yeah, sorry, I'm having an existential crisis with this one. I'm gonna go backwards. Oh, this is a good blade. Feel how nice that is. Oh, still. Sorry, we torqued you a little bit. You're fine. There you go. Yeah, I know. Blade management. There's that. Who's that person on? I don't know. There's that person that does those beautiful hand, like, they basically, the whole point is just all these gorgeous cutouts, and I'm like, that is amazing. She makes this elaborate filigree work that's all hand sawn. Puts this to shame. Go. Bunch of little jibby jabbies. Hold on, let's not break it. We're so close. Come on, there we go. Those little corners, that's where they want to get you. And the good news is we get to do this again after we fuse. Saw it all out. So. Go. Whew. Done. Well, this part is done. Let me peel off the paper and mark it. There we go. Our sweet sawn out. Yeah, this was sitting on my desk and my husband looked at it and he couldn't tell if it was here's gonna mess with your brain. It is a hummingbird. So here's its wing, its little face, its feet. But he looked at it like this and he thought it was an eagle, like this was the head and these were the wings, but it's not an eagle. It is a hummingbird. There we go. A bit torqued because we squished it a bit. All right, now let's not do it backwards. This is the front. Make sure I remember that. All right, let me take a moment. All right, next step is we're going to get these ready for fusing. Move along. Let me put everything that I don't need away. Well, I probably want that. Our sad blades that didn't work out. I went through far too many blades for that. Put that away. We don't need this. All right. Say goodbye to all the broken blades in the garbage. We don't need wax anymore. We've got, where did the other piece go that I cut out? Oh, nope. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. All right, we've got these two pieces. I'm going to gently set them over here so I don't lose them. I'm going to save this piece and this piece because I can use them for templates for cutting out my foil. So I'm going to keep those right there so they don't go anywhere. And save this. I keep meaning to dump this little repository, but we'll save it for the next thing. And say goodbye to these for now. Oh, we lost it. Hold on, I'm gonna have to exit out of hold on 1 second. Exit. Sorry. Boop, 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 boop. Too many things open on my phone. Maybe that's why it... All right, hold on, everybody. OBS, camera. Let's see. There we are. Don't ask why. Just happens like that. So anyway, we'll say goodbye. It was the curse of the saw blades. All right, you guys live up there. Let's get our fine silver scrap. Okay, we're gonna save you as well because I need a piece of foil that size for the ring. So you can, look at all this. I'm not quite ready to send. Look at all this pretty silver. Oh, get these wires. There's still a lot of good silver to get used in here. I'm not sending this all. But it is, sorry, I'm like, oh, it's all the memories. Remember this, remember this. So many things. You guys can just live in there. Maybe you will be called forth into silver service later. Oh, lost that. Don't need that. Make sure we get all of that. Close that. That can live up there. Oops. We don't want the blades. The blades just end up everywhere. There's that. So we've got... Now what? Oh, we need more silver because we have to have a base for this. Let's just... Let's get this out of the way. Actually, you know what? I say call into service. I bet. Will it fit? That'll do. That's perfect. Let me peel this off. That's our base for our ring. Make sure that is 20 gauge for sure. Perfect. Oh, look at that. That will be lovely. But I know I don't have a big enough piece for this guy, so that will be good. Now, piece of silver. Let me go see. I'll be right back. I left the silver remnant at the cutting station. Maybe. Will it fit? Oh yes, we can make this work. I'm going to trim it off. I'm going to do, let's see. Oh, hold on. Wait, where was the front? Oh, that's the front. Oh. Now I'm way overthinking it. That'll do. Let me just mark some of this. We'll cut this like that. I'm gonna want to saw this. It's a kind of a big, funny piece, so I'm actually gonna saw. Yeah, I shouldn't have put that. The sawing is not totally done. Just because. But I am gonna go cut this part. Sorry, we're not actually done sawing. Put everything away for no reason. But I'm gonna go cut that real fast. Be right back. There we go. Yes, sorry, everything is coming back. for part 2. This will go fast because this is just kind of shaping. It's easier to fuse when there's slightly less material. There we go. Alrighty. Fine, I'll bring the wax back. It's like the greatest hits. Stuck. There we go. Last one. Beautiful. Actually, it's satisfying to do kind of fast sawing like that. So put these into the silver bin. Now we're ready to clean this up. Let's double check. Do you fit? Somehow you fit on there like a puzzle piece. There's our little piece. So let's prep for fusing next. I know. All right, what is next? We need a little water. We've got these two things. Let's do that. I'm gonna get the paper out of the way because paper always gets damp, which is not perfect. This and that. Let me get a bowl of water, will be next. Here we go, a little bowl of water, probably, you know, can't say no to some paper towels. While I'm standing up, a little paper towels. And what do I have on here? I've got the tiniest drill bit, which we are not in need of anymore. So we can get rid of that, put you back where you belong. And we will get these. Oops, drop it on the floor. No, I'm not using, oh, do I have them? Oh yeah, I had somebody send me a present last week, which was amazing. You know these mandrels? I'm not gonna pull the mandrel. No, I'm gonna pull the mandrel out. These mandrels, I mean, I don't have a quick change handle for the sole reason because I use these rubber mandrels all the time, and this has an 1/8 of an inch shank, which is frustrating. If you had a quick change handle, you wouldn't be able to use it. And a big shout out to oh my God. Keith. I apologize. It's okay. I have a name thing. Anyway, look, I've been gifted 3 of these really beautiful, and he's completely machined these new handles to fit in a quick change. He should definitely, look, I have 3 of them. Should definitely consider making a bunch of them because I bet you would sell the crap out of these things because all the people that would like to have this quick change would be very excited. Again, thank you. And you know what? I'm going to ignore this whole shout out because I'm going to do a better one later. Just ignore it. Anyway, so thank you. Amazing. Look at this. They actually, in comparison, nice job. We'll put those away for now. But because I actually don't have the quick change thing, I'm going to be going and doing this the manual way. So we've got that. But I look forward to getting a quick change handle and maybe utilizing these very soon. So those go back. Let us get our sanding discs. We're going to start with 60. It doesn't matter. We're not starting with anything. We're just using. We're starting and ending. Use any sanding disc you want. It's a dealer's choice. Oh, sanding disc. Yeah, let's see. Are we going to have time to get these actually fused? Maybe. There we go. We'll start with this one. Watch your fingers. Do that. Oh, I am going to put up I haven't done any promos at all. Let me put up my Vimeo link because, you know, if you're interested in fusing, you have to subscribe to my Vimeo channel to find out all the secrets of how and what I'm doing. Also, if you just want to support me, that Vimeo channel down there is my primary way, after buying jewelry, of course. Your best bet is to subscribe to my Vimeo channel. It's only $8.95 a month. You can cancel at any time. I have hundreds of videos. There we go. Looks like a cactus. Angie. Reminds me of cactuses. All right, let's get this little guy. That's an easy one. Done. Very wet. Well, should we save that? Yes, because we're going to be using that next. Next is I'm going to grab some, what's next? Next is some isopropyl alcohol. Let me get a rag. And while I'm standing, I might as well get my fusing situation. There we go. Oh, and I do need, I'll have to get up. Let me do this. Let me just take a moment. And isopropyl. It's totally expired. Almost a year ago. So I wonder, seems to still work. Does isopropyl alcohol, I mean, how could it, I don't know what happens if it's less effective. Or they just want you to buy another jug. Yeah, what does it say? I probably had that, gosh, at least 3 years, and you don't use much. Get a little bit more. Now I'm going to flatten everything. So let me get my steel blocks. 2 steel. We'll get the big ones. Ugh, the heavy ones. You know, another good thing about moving to Ohio is less humidity. Less humidity. Because you can see, look, I've got just rust, a little bit of rust everywhere. Everywhere is rust. So we've got this little guy. And watch out, let me get my mallet. Flatten it a little bit. Should be good. A little bit of this. These are fine, but mine as well. This little guy. There we go. Excuse me. I inhaled some from doing the silver. All right, do we need this? Yes. We'll put these right here. Use them as a cooling thing for later. And I'm going to get one piece of paper. There we go. Now, let's double check. Let's do it like this. I'm going to paint some of this on. You might be wondering, what is this stuff that you're painting on? You have to subscribe to my Vimeo channel to find out. A little bit. Neatness counts. There we go. Let's see if we can flip it over. Right there. That's good. Clean it up a little bit. Let it dry. Now let's get this little guy. Wash our hands. We do want to let this stuff dry. There. All right. Now we're going to let these dry, because remember, if we heat these up with the torch and there's any of this still not dry, it will bubble up. And oh, look at this one. This one needs a bit to be reconstituted. Let's look at that. Very crystallized. Yeah, so we want to let this dry. I'm going to go let me get a place to put it. Set these right here. Set them on the edge. Oh, right where I torqued it. Well, we'll press that down when we're fusing it. So I'm going to go put these under the heat lamp so that they dry. Be right back. And then we're going to set up our torch. Get everything ready for fusing. I'm a little trepidatious. Is that a word? Trepidatious? I have trepidation about fusing this in front of an audience because it's kind of a larger piece. What if it melts? What if people laugh at me? Oh my gosh. What will happen if I have to start over again? Well, that will be, you'll just start over again. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on, I imagine if this, because this one went down before, I bet the other camera might be down. We might have to restart the kiln. It's not the kiln cam, it's the torch cam. Let's go see what's happening over there. Let's see. Oh, nope, it's working. Perfect. We've got our torch cam right here. Not much going on. Let's see. Do I want to go down a little bit? There we go. And I'm going to set up my situation. Pulling out these kiln bricks. 5 of them will be good. And we're going to play Legos. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then right like that. Let me get my favorite. I have a favorite one of these. Let me make sure it's all good. And let's take a moment and clean it up. Because you know, it's very humid, and it has been wildly humid here the last couple of days. So everything is probably covered in rust. There we go. There we go. So now we've got a good spot for our torch, and we've got a size 1 torch set up there. Should we go turn on the torch underneath? Oh, we should do it together. We have time because we're waiting for things to dry. So let's go down. Let's visit. Oh, there it is. The beautiful acetylene tank. Let's get down here. Hello. And you can see my butt crack, if that is an option. Turn it on. There we go. Give it a little Doopity doop. Have to tap it a little bit. It gets, I feel like there's a little bit of stickiness there. A little more. That's good. Alrighty. That was an exciting side quest, wasn't it? Now let's come back up here. There we go. How's that? All right, yeah, I don't think they're dry yet, so we have a little bit of time to kill just to make things dry. But I'm gonna go get them. I'm gonna go get them. We'll warm up with the little ring first. Start with the easier thing always. So I've got my pieces over here. Make sure we're good. We'll start with this. Fine. We'll start with this little guy. And you know what? I'm gonna put you right. Let me try to decide. Kind of want to adjust you so you so the heat gets put right back there. I've got my pick. How long can I like not do this? All right, we're just gonna do it. We got this. Take a deep breath. Oh, and it's a very long hose, so it's gonna take a while to open up the kiln. Do I want to zoom in? Hold on, let me zoom in. Hopefully, zoom. There we go. How's that? That's better. Don't want to get too close because I'm always worried I'm going to fry my camera. All right, nice. I'm going to start with the little one. Let's just see. Yeah, it's all dry. Yeah, it was definitely could have been dry. You probably should have dried for like 10 minutes, honestly, but what you gonna do? I'm an impatient enameler. Ooh. There we go. Done. Perfect. All right, well, let's just see what this is going to happen. I'm going to have to do some pressing around. This probably isn't going to happen. This one's too big. I want to have a little bit more zoom. There we go. I might even want to switch to the larger size tip. We'll see. You can see I was sloppy. Look how sloppy I was. All that black is the fusing liquid. Sloppy, sloppy. But if I can't get it to go in this one, I will regroup, maybe get a larger size tip. Let's see. Hard to see. We got it, we got it. This is the stage where you can kind of get stuck in. Come on. There we go, there we go. At the bottom. All right, we're gonna go clockwise, or is this counterclockwise? If I can get it tacked down on this side, then I can, there we go. I'm gonna take a moment, press it down. We're gonna have to reheat it because I've pulled off the heat, but it'll be worth it. There we go. There we go, back. I'm gonna get that. There we go. We're gonna go around probably twice. I don't want to have to do this twice, so I'm gonna try to get it all in one go. Come on, buddy. There we go. Get that wing. Travel to the end. Come on, let's go this way. There we go. Oh, perfect. Oop, oh, oh, a little close. There we go. One more time around. Oh, we're gonna have to do it twice. I'm gonna go ahead and, that head is just a little too zooped up. And yes, there's a little, went too fast with that. So, all right, we're gonna let that cool just for a second. We're gonna flatten it. I can see right in this head area, that's where we're gonna go again. It's all good. We're probably about 90%. I think it's fused everywhere except here. We'll look at it. So let's go ahead and zoom out. Hold on, wrong way. We're going to cool it. Cool it. There we go. Set you right there. We might as well. I know you're good. We'll look at both of you guys. There's some tape on the back. We don't want to put the tape, or else we'll get that burn off the tape. Let it cool. Now let's actually have a quick look at it at the desk. Cool. All right, let's switch. Let's go back to the workbench. There we go. Here we are. So we can see, get my good tweezers. Am I wearing my good glasses? I am. It's beautifully fused here, here, but right here. Let's see if you can see that. It's not, there's a gap right here. And you can even see here, it's not melted. And then it's beautifully fused, beautifully fused. Where else? So it's pretty good, maybe right on the tip. Right here, not perfectly fused, but that's fine. I knew this was going to take 2 goes, so let's flatten it, and we're going to add a little bit more fusing liquid. So here, and just around here and here is where we're going to go. Make sure it's nice and flat. One more. There we go. And let's pick up the fusing liquid again. Here we are. And we don't have to let it dry this time because it's mostly fused. And I'm gonna just put it on the outside. It'll kind of get sucked in. Where else did I decide that I wanted a little bit more? Well, you know, right around here. Anywhere else? So it looks pretty good. It's beautifully fused everywhere else. All right, let's go. Let's do it. let's go back to the kiln. It's the kiln cam technically, but hold on, that's probably dirty. So let me get that out of the way. Get a fresh one. Get my second favorite. My second favorite mesh. There we go. Now, let's see. Because I want to be able to see, I'm going to put it this way so I can see really what's happening. Let's zoom in and get a little closer. There we go. Let's do it. It's probably going to take a while to heat up. But you still have to heat up the whole thing. So just, you know, relax. Harder to see the second time around. Also, there's a shadow where my oh, there we go, there we go. Good. There we go, we're good. Let me just get this little tail one more time. Perfect. Make sure they don't want to have to come back. There we go, right there. See his little armpit. Perfect. Ooh, look how it's glowing. Oh, and I didn't flash the inside because I'm going to be doing foils, textured foils. So that, I'm going to just give it a moment to cool, and then we'll look at it. Let me get... zoom out. Whoop. There we go. We've got that. Where did I put my... Let me not drop it on my feet. Oh, it's stuck a little bit. Come on, get up. You. There we go. Pick it up. Cool right there. Where's my other piece? There we go. That'll cool it. Just a moment. Now let's go have a look. There we go. Let's go back to, there it is, the workbench. There it is, pivoting around. Now, we don't need any of this. Close this up and put this away, and we're gonna have a quick look, and guess what we're gonna do next? Yes, we're gonna saw it out. There's more sawing. More sawing. There we go, it's nicely fused. But yeah, I didn't flash that center part, but it does not matter. Looks, what happened on the, oh, you can see right here, that's where it was stuck to the, a little bit of melting right there, but that's fine. You won't notice that at the end. So we got a beautiful, it's a nice crisp fuse. Well done. Look, I'm patting myself on the back, doing that in front of a crowd. There you go. Whew. I'm always excited when the fusing is over. and it's been successful both when I'm teaching, especially when I'm teaching this in person. I'm always like, when the last person fuses successfully, because they all fuse I've never had an unsuccessful fuser in my class. But I'm always so glad when everybody is done, because, you know, it feels like the closest we come to peril is when we're fusing. So there we go. The next step, let's not forget our sweet little guy. It's funny how he's going to get really magical really fast. This one's really about the colors and the vivid shape, and this is the magician. So he's going to be really good. But, you know, now guess what we get to do again? That's right. Well, we'll start with this one because it'll be easier. And we're going to saw these out and probably call it a day. Basically what's going to happen is I've got to saw this out, and then I'll dome everything, and this guy, because he's going to be a ring, is going to get domed, and he's going to get attached to the ring. But let's make our life easier with this one and cut it out with the scissors. Who would have thought you can just use scissors and regular Fiskars to cut out 20 gauge fine silver sheet. Unfortunately, it only works for certain shapes. There we go. There. And obviously we've got to do some sanding on that, but that's easy, and we get a pretty little curly cue. You're going to go into the fine silver scrap with your friends. Now let's bring back our friend, not the silver fox, the brown workhorse. The brown workhorse. That's his name. He is a true friend and a good support. Oops. Sorry. I know I need to save this little bit of silver. There we go. Come on. This particular, there we go. Perfect. Again, we meet with our friend. We're going to use the same one, will be fine. And yes, we also want to let's push it out a little bit more, this wax. This is the last thing we're going to do together today. Let's see, let me zoom in. Tempt fate. There we go. There's going to be a lot of filing. You know what, I have to lift this up a little bit because the saw frame and my head are competing with the camera. I'm getting a little, you can hear that squawk, it's the squawking. And you know, it's funny about, I kind of think of birds as my spirit animal. Although, you know, they're always giving me little messages. And before all of this happened, when we decided that we needed to relocate, I was sitting at this desk, just kind of like having I do my little meditation, whatever, and I was just looking out the window, and these two little birds, just these little tiny songbirds, came, and they came right up to the window and fluttered like right in front of the window, both of them, and then flew away and then came back again. And I was like, it was amazing. And I was like, something's up. There's change afoot. They were the harbingers. And I didn't know what it was. I was like, oh no, I don't think it was bad news. It was just definitely change. There we go. But yes, I also believe in science and whatever. And, you know, nobody believes in ghosts until it's like 3 a.m. and you hear a noise and you're all alone. Oop, hold on. Oh, are we gonna, there we go, loosen it up. The more quality job I do right now, the less filing. I'm gonna put the time in one way or the other. You know what I need is a little bit more light. Oh, there we go. The light's like pushed back over there. I'm like, why can't I see it? Why does everything seem so dark? There we go. And we got that little guy. One little bit. Let's see if I can go right. There we go. And pivot. See if we can pivot without breaking. Because in the home stretch, I don't want to, oh, I shouldn't even mention, I'm not going to talk about blades. Right on there. Hold on. I want to do the reveal again. Soup. Perfect. Beautiful. So obviously we've got some filing to do. Look how pretty that is. She's going to be lovely. Shades of really my favorite kind of vivid green with that little peacock and a little ruby red throat. She's going to be very precious. Oh, Peg, thank you. Fusing. You didn't do it. Yeah, you, Peg, Peg brought all these, like she brought like 10 different things that she'd already fused to class. I was so glad when I saw it because I'm like, oh, we don't have to do fusing. Beautiful. And they were all beautifully and perfectly fused. So here we go. There we have this. And you know what? It is time. It's been 2 hours. I think that is a good stopping point because I'm going to do some hand, the first pass at sanding, and then I'm going to be cleaning up the back, and then I'm going to be doming it, and then I'm going to solder the little doodads on the back and all of that for the ring. And I'm going to be continuing. I'll probably work on this a little bit this week, but we'll be either enamel. We'll be working on these two pieces on Friday as well. So definitely join me at noon Eastern Standard Time on Friday, and these things will be in some stage of further longitude than these are right now. But because I'd like to get these done this week, would be really nice. So yes, thank you. I'm going to go to the selfie cam for a moment. Thank you so much for joining me on Vimeo. And thanks, Drew. Thanks, Angie, Peg, everybody. And I will see you on Friday. Yes, indeed. So thanks a lot and have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.